Guess who's back? Back again. This guy, we're back, moving the chains. Free agency period. Holy shit, we got a lot going on. I wrote down a bunch of shit I want to talk about today. My buddy Derek Zolmanson. All these trades are going down. Justin Fields is going here. Geno Smith here. Sam Darnold here. It's bananas. It's crazy, but it's getting time to football. Draft's about 5 weeks away. I cannot wait. I know I was a little down by then. I apologize for not posting content, but we are back, baby. I had to get on here. I had to get shit off my chest. The Steelers getting DK Metcalf. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Everything else, but I'm going to start with it. So, last night, as I'm kind of chilling and vibing on a Sunday, fun day, whatever that is, a lot of moves went down. A lot of money went down. I got some notes here. I'm looking at it right now. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, 6 years, $330 million. Every penny, no doubt. Second best quarterback in football outside of Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow in the AFC. The Steelers, 5 years, $150 million from DK Metcalf. I want to start with that one. I do not get it. I don't understand it. The Steelers, what are we doing? I mean, you're throwing a Hail Mary up. This is like the couple that's having a baby to trade to save the marriage when it's fucking over. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not hating the player. I've said this before. I like DK Metcalf. I really do. But I'm hating the situation. What the fuck is this about, Pittsburgh? And once again, Mike Tomlin, for some fucking reason, keeps getting a free pass. But you know what he has, guys? He's a made man. He's force field popularity. You can't puncture that force field. Oh, finished third in division. You know, never win a playoff game. It doesn't matter. They'll just, another winning season. Nope, not good enough. And I'll say this with Pittsburgh, their offense has been horrible since Big Ben left. And I'd say the last 2 years of Big Ben was hard to watch, and I'm a Big Ben fan. Now, a little too much drama for my take with the rape, and I was thinking about this driving home tonight. Get my curls for the girls in, baby. You already know how we do. But I'm out on the Steelers thing. That just, to me, is stupid. You already got one receiver that's high maintenance as fuck. You're going to put another one in there? Oh, and by the way, I just want to throw this out. The little caveat on there. Aaron Rodgers might be coming to town. Come again? Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Mr. Vax guy. Mr. kind of oddball. Yeah, okay. Ayahuasca. Yeah, he's coming to town. He might be Steelers' next quarterback. So, those three, whew, wow. And they're a running team, like my buddy Derek mentioned. And here's the thing. They can't run the football right. I mean, when was the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers had a great run game? 2005? I can't even think of it. And I saw that last night, and my reaction was dumb. Stupid. Don't get it. Listen, we could argue, did he win out of Seattle? Yeah. His wishes were, and I quote, I want to go somewhere warm weather with a good quarterback. Well, both those boxes are unchecked, buddy. I cannot wait, and I mean cannot wait, for this shit show of an operation to go down this year on the sideline. I mean, his buddy, A.J. Brown, read a book on the sideline. Yeah. They're going to need a lot more than just books, honey. They're going to need the whole bang. And I hate this move. I don't like it. I hate it. I just, one of this, again, and the funny thing with Pittsburgh is they're like Green Bay in a sense. They draft and develop receivers really, really well. Now, my argument is, okay, well, Green Bay does. Right, but Green Bay doesn't get the big names like Pittsburgh does. Pittsburgh's gotten Plaxico Burress, Hines Ward, Mike Wallace, Santonio Holmes, who won the Super Bowl and did pretty well with the Jets. You know, George Pickens now. So I don't get it from that perspective with Pittsburgh. They're throwing a Hail Mary up. I mean, they can't get their offensive line right, their defensive-led culture. I don't get it. I hate that move. Absolutely hate it. And just Pittsburgh, you're turning into the Giants. Stop telling me you're not, because you are. You had off-hand quarterback play, and ever since then, you've been shitty. Stop talking. You're turning into the Giants. I'm out on Pittsburgh. Goodbye. Good riddance. I'm trusting Baltimore. I'm trusting Cincinnati. And the Cincinnati should be doing much, much better than what they are, but they're a cheap-ass organization. I can't figure them out. But I want to get back to my notes here. Okay, Myles Garrett, give him reactions, and I'm going to get into the Raiders. And Sammy Darnold getting a contract. Okay. And I figured my plan was on here, talk about the little bit of free agency stuff, the deals that are going down, and then more stuff throughout the week. I promise you guys. Myles Garrett getting the 4 years, $160 million. I'm not surprised. Myles Garrett's the best player in football. In terms of defensive, he's the best pass rusher in football. That's enough said. Devontae, 2 years, $46 million to the Rams. Wow. Listen, he goes back home. This offense can play with anybody in the NFC right now. You put him with Puka Nacua. Cooper Kupp's going to be gone, so he fills that slot of Cooper Kupp. They're going to be running lots of crossing routes. It's Sean McVay. They have a feel for offense. I love that move. The one that kind of puzzled me was Harold Landry going from Tennessee to New England. Now, I understand it from New England's point of view, and I'll tell you this, they went all in today. I mean, my phone was blowing up constant, my Apple Watch, and all this stuff. New England made some moves today, and I was proud of New England. Listen, you got Morgan Moses, a really, really good left tackle with the Jets. He's been durable. I think only missed a couple games. He's a solid player. You got him now protecting Drake May. Now you got to keep building around that, okay? So I think New England is doing the smart thing. I think the way that Mike Vrabel wants to run this football team, they want to be physical, they want to be tough. And they just added Charlton Davis today from the Lions, who was with Tampa, has some Super Bowl experience. He's kind of a war daddy back there in that back end, kind of a veteran presence back there. Because he's commanding that with Christian Gonzalez now from Oregon a couple years ago. Now you got two solid corners. Now just build the front up, and then it can complement it and obviously do well. Excuse me. So that was all I wanted to talk about for the free agency part. Now, here comes the part that I'm going to get into. My Raiders got Geno Smith. And my first reaction, I was doing leg day the other night, went, what? What? Third round pick we gave up. Okay, all right. I don't love giving that up, but you know what? I need a starter back there. I need a solid guy that can move the chains. Pete Carroll knows him, been there, done that, knows what he is, knows what he isn't, okay? And now I got a chance with this guy every week. Because Geno puts up numbers. I mean, he led the league in passing last year. That was in Seattle with not a great offensive line. He gets it better than average offensive line with the Raiders. I'm not trying to bullshit. He does. You have Brock Bowers. You have a speed burner, Trey Tucker. You have Jacoby Myers, who had 0 drops last year. I repeat, 0 from Holes. One of my favorite kid movies of all time. One of my favorites. Got to at least watch it once a year. And my point is, 0 drops last year was shit quarterback play. That's pretty outstanding. And you got Brock Bowers. And you got Max Crosby. You just brought in Adam Butler comes back on a 1-year deal. Malcolm Coots comes back. Your defensive line has some pieces now. I know you let go of Merrick, and that drives me nuts. My dad asked me why. I said the money. I get it. Carolina got a better deal. I got it. Spillane still hurts because now you have to fulfill that middle linebacker role and find a guy like him to fill that void in terms of leadership, communicating all that stuff. But I will say this with the Raiders. That move to me, and I had a couple days to think about it. At first I was like, Christ. We're taking on all of his money, and then we're taking, okay. Money's all relative at this point. I need a quarterback right now. And Geno's good enough. He can hold the fort down until Brady finds the guy. Now, I've been told, too, they're also going to go get a quarterback second, maybe late first round. I don't know. My guess would be probably to get Kyle McCord, maybe somebody like that. I would not. Will Howard, I'm out on. You can't tell me otherwise. He's an NFL quarterback. He's not. He's a good college guy. That's it. Because I said it last week, and I'll say it again. That combine performance, Derek Solomon and Brody know all about it. That was pitiful. So, excuse me. I do think the Raiders are making the moves here. Now, do I love them giving up the money and getting Geno? No. However, Geno, Seattle did not see them in their future moving forward. But I do believe right now, this to me signals the Raiders can just ride this with Geno a couple of years. Try and be nice. Try and win some games. Be competitive for crying out loud. I'm tired of watching that movie I saw last year with the quarterback position. I've been screaming that for a while. But now you get a guy you feel confident in. He gives a chance. That's all you need in this league, man. That's all you need. So I like the direction the Raiders are going in that sense. But I wanted to start with this other thing. So Justin Fields, I wasn't going to mention him today. He's on the Jets now. Wow. Okay, so now the dominoes are kind of lining up for me. Now, Aaron Rodgers, I feel like, goes to Pittsburgh. Watch out for that movie. Jesus, that's going to be a shit show. They're like that rock band's going to trash the hotel room. I mean, Jesus, what more next? It's like leaving 3 toddlers together, and it's just not going to work. But Justin Fields going to Jets. My take was when I was at the gym today, kind of getting ready, and I got the notification, and my take was, wow, only 40, so not terrible. It's a new regime. They could take their time with Justin Fields. It's a new coaching staff, trying to build the culture. Okay. I like it. I've always liked Justin Fields. I'm with Derek Solomon. Chicago gave him a raw end of the deal. I understand he's got some limitations, throwing and all that. But Justin Fields is good enough, man. You put him in Chicago right now, maybe things are different because of the coaching staff. And you put him with Ben Johnson, watch out. Maybe that might be different. But I will say now, the Jets have something better. Now, are they still going to be, to me, the best team in that division? No. I thought they were better than Miami, but Miami, given that, and again, I'm not a big Mike McDaniel guy, with his capri wearing, looking like a drug dealer in Miami. I think he's getting too used to seeing down there. I would too. So I still think the Jets are a fourth-place team to me. Now, I have said, and we'll see what happens. I'll do my predictions, but I'm bought in on New England being better, and I bought in. Buffalo's still the king of this division, but I got New England right there because as long as you got Drake May playing and you keep building and helping and supporting this kid, I think the Patriots are on their way to being back in the playoffs. Because you got Mike Vrabel now, badass, tough guy, feels right. I think they're going to do it. And then last but not least, I want to touch on my boy, Sammy Darnold, baby. Woo! Got paid today. 3 years, $110 million, 110 and a half. Trying to be correct on my math here. 55 guaranteed. That is a good signing. Baker Mayfield type contract. Good for Sammy. I knew he was going to last in Minnesota because they're already riding with J.J. McCarthy. But I am happy for Sammy. Now, Seattle, they draft pretty well. They got a good roster. Now it's time. Now, here's the thing with Sammy. He's 6 years younger than Geno. You got a guy that's maybe in his prime, who knows? But last year he played so well. And I know the last two games were not great. I will put the Detroit game on Sam Darnold. That was pitiful. He deserves blame for that. But that playoff game, I do not put it all on Sammy. You got to run the ball, Kevin O'Connell. I know you're a former quarterback. You want to sling that pill around. I got it. Your quarterback's getting murdered back there. You got to run the ball, take some pressure off your offensive line. That's a whole other story for a whole other day. But I'm happy for Sammy. He's in Seattle, West Coast kind of kid. It didn't matter where he was going to play at. I just felt like climate kind of matters. He's from Southern California. He's kind of got that vibe to him. But he's coachable as hell. They like him, just like me. So I'm all for this. I'm happy for Sammy. He got his money. But now they got to put weapons around him. Because I thought, if they just kept the weapons there, I would have went, whoa. DK, Jackson Smith, Lockett. Now you got something. And now maybe he's a missing piece. But now you got to start over. Because it lots looks different now in Seattle than it does now. Because last week it was DK was there and Lockett and all these guys. They're tearing it down to the studs. So I cannot wait. And I will say this right now. Rams Seattle, figuring out that division. Because I do not trust San Francisco as far as I can throw them. And Arizona, don't get me started. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. So it's a Rams Seahawks division next year. And I'll give you guys my predictions. So that's all I'm going to touch here tonight. Free agency's been going bonkers crazy. My phone's been blowing up. I got more throughout the week. I want to divvy it up every day, not throw all this free agency shit at you guys. I appreciate you guys listening. Love that I have such a great fan base out here. I truly appreciate it. Love you guys. Have a happy, magical Monday, manic Monday. Adios. Stay tuned. Godspeed. Peace.